I'd go from bronze to mythic if I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic. Try your draft our account for Bronze to Mythic, episode 3, draft 3. We are freaking cruising, folks. We're 14-1 so far. Check out the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. Bloomburrow draft's been really fun so far. We've had a frog deck, and we've had an otter deck. There's many of the critters out there to try, and let's just do our thing.
In this game of cat and mouse.
Check it out. We're in. Let's freaking do it. We got... Ooh, that's not very exciting, unfortunately. A special guest. So there's no bonus sheet for this set. The only non-set cards that are in packs are 10 special guest cards. 5 of which are awesome, and 5 of which are worthless. This is one of the worthless ones. Secluded Courtyard is just Cavern of Souls with no non-counter thing. It's an uncommon upshift, and not very exciting.
Still a piece of garbage.
However, we got 2 rares in the pack. Oh my god, we got Downport Mage, an awesome frog card. We have Scrap Shooter, which is a great raccooning card in general. We got Edinburgh Crab, a Spells Matter card, our Removal Spell and Consume by Greed, a Shove, a Take Out the Trash. This is a really good pack. I mean, I don't necessarily want to go Frogs again. We just did that. But I mean, this card's really good. What do we think? The Scrap Shooter actually has higher ratings, which surprises me. Just a 4/4 for 3, you know, but... Alright, we'll take the Mage. Alright, sure. I mean, I'm not scared to go Frogs again. Neither's Karn, apparently. Hi, Karn. How are you? We'll see how it turns out. There's a Pawn Prophet. Alright, so... We see a rare taken. We've got an Overseer, which is a good payoff card for being Forge. We've got a Bodyguard, another great Forge payoff card. Great Squirrel card, too.
I hate squirrels.
Another good Forage card here in the Forager.
What's your plan? Forage for berries?
So 3 good Squirrel Forage cards. Pretty bad signal to send. We've got a Burrowguard Mentor, which is great in the Rabbit deck.
Ninja kick the damn rabbit. Do something.
And then we have the Pawn Prophet, which is the safest pick with our first pick. But it is drafting down a little bit because always uncommons are better than Prophet, I think. If I had taken the 4/4 rare first, I would take the Mentor here, I think. But I think taking the Doorport Mage kind of locks us into taking the Pawn Prophet. That's part of how a lot of these cards go, where this is like a blue card. It's more of a blue-green card than a blue card, you know? So, all right, we'll take the Pawn Prophet. Try and live a dream again and see how it works out for us. We get past the pack with a Shoreline Looter, which is a really good card. It's not really a good frog card, but it is quite good in and of itself. 1/1 unblockable, loots when it hits. If you have Threshold, draw a card instead of looting. It's great. We got the Harbinger for a good bat card. And then we have the Cleric, which is whatever. Saber's pretty good removal spell. Wear down. Yeah, not an exciting pack. The Banner's pretty good, I think. I don't really know, though, honestly. It's an Anthem. It's also a mana fixer. We do want more mana in the Frog deck, and sizing up is kind of cool, too. I'm also surprised the ratings on this card are so low. This card seems pretty good, honestly. So it's either Looter or Banner. Looter's a more defining card. This is really good, too, right? And I guess technically we have no green cards yet. All right, we'll take the Looter and see where it takes us. Here's a Mind Shrieker, another good blue-black sort of like thresholdy card. Our green cards here are the Sentry, which is a good card. 2/4 Forge. I'm surprised the ratings are low here, honestly. This card's pretty good. Forge, draw card. Then we have the Dray Leader, kind of a squirrel typo card, which seems kind of like not really what the deck wants to be doing. We got a Mage, a Duo, another Duo, a couple Flyers. I'll Whisker here. I think we can explore the Threshold space a little bit. This is going to enabler and pay off for Threshold. Cool. Oh my god, what is going on? Alright, super late Wandertail Mentor. We saw how good this card was in our last draft against us. It was a 6/6 on turn 6, just like an insanely good card. Obviously very far off what we're doing, though. That being said, the rest of the pack is not really very good. Like, we've got Tempest Angler, which is probably fine in blue-black if you're playing a lot of spells, but not very exciting. High Stride's not great. The formation is not really very good either. Monoliths, whatever. It does seem like blue is open and black is not, which obviously would be half of our blue-black deck. This is drafting pretty far off. I'm taking the Mentor. Just gonna speculate because the pack's kind of and just kind of like gonna take it in stride, see where it takes us. We get past another Mentor. This is the Rabbit Mentor. There was one in our opening pack as well. There's a Hunger, which can kill a thing, which is fine. Herbalist is a fine card as well. It can target things. We're definitely not in the right space, though, I feel like. We are definitely, and we're kind of realizing that, which is fine. You know, our first two drafts were pretty autopilot-y. This one seems to be more challenging. Hunger's fine. I think we're taking the Hunger. I think blue-black is probably still where we're going to be at. We're passing a lot of good cards here, but let's see where it takes us. Past a pack with a Dire Downdraft, which is a fine blue card. And then not much else. A lot of synergy cards here. If you're all in on Rabbits and going wide, this card is good. If you're all in on Lizards and being aggressive, this card is good. If you're, but otherwise these cards are kind of mopey. So it's the best card in the back and in our colors. Sure, that's fine. So our first challenging draft of a series. We get past a pack with a couple good white cards. The Elder's actually really good. Feathers of Flight's also pretty good. Mascot is a mana fixer. We're gonna get a little crazy. Scales of Vishale is really good, but only if you're Lizards. It's more like a black-red card. And then the Duo is kind of whatever. It's not very good. And the Rampager is also kind of not that good either. I mean, Elder's the best card by far. But it's not really us. Alright, I'll take the Duo. Courtyard Tables, obviously. We got the Warden is not really good. The Duo is good, and specifically if you're like the Mouse Valiant deck. Then we got a Mind Rot Surveil 2 or Surveil 2 Draw Lose 2. This is a pretty good card for filling your graveyard. It's not a very good card in general, though. Might be worse than mine. I don't even know, honestly. Alright, so out of that squirrely pack, the Overseer Tables, but there were two other good swirl cards in the back. It's not very good in our deck either. A lot of like sneaky gold cards in this set, where like this is basically just a gold green and black card. I'll take this. Flyer's fine. I'll take this, I guess. The Harbinger Tables, which is interesting. This is a really good bat card. That's kind of odd, honestly. So is the Cleric. So it honestly seems like black-white bats is open, because white seems kind of open too. All right, that'd be kind of a tough pivot. But, like, if it's open, you want to be the open deck really, really badly. And it looks like our opening pack agrees to us. So there's another Harbinger. This card's excellent. Just 1/3 death touch, pumps the squad. Really, really good. Saver's also pretty good as our removal spell. Saver's a safer pick, probably, because it'd be better in blue-black. But Harbinger's pretty good. We got a late Provisioner. A late Duo also. This is very interesting. So the only choices here, I think, are Saver and Harbinger. The question becomes, what card is higher upside? And do I want to like try and just like battle for this bat deck and just dive in? It's tough. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna dive in. Just take the Harbinger. Just take a claim. I'll plant my flag. All right. Harbinger may wheel. That's a fair argument. But also might lead to someone else going into bats because they think it's open. So like we're kind of staking our flag here a little bit. It's an interesting thought for sure. So we get past the pack with not a ton of great stuff for us. As far as the black-white bat space goes, you've got a Feather of Flight, which is not very good for us. The Daggerfang Duo is good with Threshold stuff, which we're not really in that space anymore. And the Scale, whatever, the blue cards are bad. I mean, Head of Homestead is playable in a black-white deck. This thing only pumps bats, right? Yeah, so now this doesn't pump everything. Alright, so this punishes our last pick a little bit. Because if we had taken the Saver, which is a more flexible card, we could still end up blue-black, and the Duo is pretty good in blue-black. Yeah, we'll take the Duo here, I guess. Blue-black's still on the table, I suppose. And now we see a lot of good... Oh, my God. Folks, one of the best rares in the set. All right. Starfall Vacation is almost on a Sunfall level. It is a 5-mana Wrath, which often can be awkward. If you know me, I don't love Wraths Unlimited. But this one, you can gift a card and save one of your creatures, and it even reuses ETBs. This card's insane. So we got paid off big time here. There's also a Banishing Light and a Rabbit. So white is super open coming this way so far. We're slamming the Invocation, and I think we're black-white. And we're pretty locked in at this point. You got it. And there you go. Oh, yeah. Lunar Convocation, awesome rare for your bats. You gotta be bats. It's kind of, you gotta work for it here. You gotta make sure you're gaining life and losing life. But this card's awesome. Also, an Assassin, which would play well in the bat deck, surprisingly, because it's a life gain, life loss card. Also an Elder too. So looking pretty good here, honestly. I think we finally found the lane, I think. And yeah, all right. We did that a little bit, but sure. This pack is not that exciting. Long River Lurker is not really us. We're not really blue anymore. I think we're just black-white. The Village is pretty good. These lands are nice. Intimidator is not so exciting. Neither is the Warren Guard. Yeah, the land's fine. Take the land. Let's cut out all of these Oops. I got these blue cards. We have a lot of work to do, but I think we're in pretty good shape. So now we have a choice of the Nocturnal Hunger, which is the removal spell we already have one of, or a Moonrise Cleric. I think Cleric is more important than the removal spell, honestly. If we're doing the bat thing, we need to make sure we can do the bat thing. We need to make sure we can gain life, have enough bats to make our Harbinger good. This card's the same with Harbinger. I think Hunger is a better card to vacuum, but I think for our deck, we want the Moonrise Cleric. And again, this is what this format's all about. It's about drafting a deck, not just taking cards, which is great. It's a lot of fun. There's another Hunger anyway for some reason, which is cool, so we'll take that. And then the Elder is great in our deck. It's not a bat, but I think one of the important things in the set is also going to be making sure you can find the cards that cross-synergize. Even though it's not a bat, it's still a 2-drop. It's pretty good in our deck, so happy with that. Crumb and Get It. +2/+2, indestructible if you give a food. I mean, I prefer not to play this card, but we can if we have to. Now we're at 15 playables. There's 14 playables. So we still have a lot of work to do, but... Alright, so Scales of Shale is not great in our deck, but it is a life gain effect. So, sure. I would like to not play this duo in our deck, or the Raider. So a lot of work to do. We need some more 2-drops. We need some more bats. Dire Sight's bad, too. We have a lot of work to do. Oh, it tabled. Oh, my God. Fantastic. So, the Assassin is kind of like a secret bat card. Because it's almost like a bat duo card. Like this should have been like the Lizard Back duo card. Because the life gain stuff triggers all of your bat stuff. It's cheap. It's 2-drop. Awesome. So, open up pack 3. What do we see but the Divergent Storm?
Really? A baby otter?
Yeah, not really us, obviously. Feed Cycle's great. This is just a murder that is upside. And then a Mouse Trapper. And not much else for us here, but that's great. A lot of good kill spells already. Definitely putting a little more emphasis on creatures because they have a lot of kill spells. But yeah, that's great. Take the cycle. And we get past a lot of good stuff here. Okay, so we've got a Parting Gust, which is a blink. It's also a removal spell. I think this card's pretty good. Wix Patrol is kind of awesome. Just a 6-drop ETB FTK kill something. It self-mills too for if you're doing that thing, which we're not really doing, but this card's good. We got a Sonar Strike, which is actually great in this deck. I think if you're the bat deck, this card's awesome. Usually it's sort of like 4 damage, 2-mana attacker, blocker card is kind of mediocre. But the fact that it can tap things on top of the life gain is great. And then the Witness is also awesome in this deck. This card's insane. Really, really good in this deck. But I think we're taking one of the uncommons here. The clock is ticking. I think it's a Patrol. I think this card's just too good. Just a monster FTK. Next pack has another duo, which will hopefully table. And then a Star Charter, 4-mana for a 3/1 flyer. End step. If you gained or lost life, top 4 cards, reveal a creature 3 or less, and put it in your hand. That's awesome. Great card for our deck. Hopefully we'll table the duo, which I think is likely with the Force in here as well. So take the Star Charter. Okay. I mean, Vine Lasher is definitely not really on plan for us, but it's still just a really, really good card.
You're as big as a small dinosaur.
And then nothing else here. I don't need another Hunger. Hunter's Talent, Mentor. Jesus, to get back. But yeah, take the Vine Lasher. The plan is to play this card as a 3-drop, not as a 1-drop. Because 2 of these in play is pretty awesome. So, there we go. Vine Lasher. Saver's great. Cool. Got our Saver. We're a little out of creatures, but we're working through it. We get past the pack with a Soothsayer. Meaning for end step, you gain your life by Surveil 1. I mean, this card's like not great, but it's fine. Players is not really us. We don't really need to fight this a fight. Yeah, sure. I think this card's a little mediocre, but we're kind of looking for creatures and bats, so whatever. It is what it is. Mabel's Mantle is a trick. Not very exciting for us, honestly. Even though it's a pretty good card, we're not doing any sort of plus effects or valiant effects. That being said, we already have some pretty big creatures. Provisioners, yeah, I guess it's the metal. I don't really love it, but Monolith or Duo. Duo's great. Bat, life gain, awesome. The Monolith's kind of cool in this deck too. It is a never-ending source of life gain stuff, but like I think it's just not a creature. We just want creatures, so take the Duo. Our curve is a little higher than I would like, but it's fine. I'd like to not play Crumb and Get It, so we can get a few more playables here. Unfortunately, the mascot is a bat and a 2-drop. I prefer not to play it for sure, but I mean, there's no other playables in this pack, so is what it is. Oh, yes.
Bingo! All right.
I just took the call and get the bat.
Love it! Card is so good in our deck. The Waxwane Witness. Awesome. Guard Mouse, or this guy, sure. It's 22 playables. Alright. So, alright. So, that's a pivot, folks. That's how you pivot in a draft, alright? Started blue-green frogs, ended up black-white bats. We found the lane, I think it was open. We're definitely a few cards short, but much better than being like, you know, a deck that just doesn't function. You know, because we were pretty all over the place for a second there. So, we got the Duo, Elder, Assassin. We're a little light on 2s. That's fine, I guess. We've got Harbinger, Hunger. Our current bat count is 8, which is pretty good. A lot of removal spells. I guess our Scales of Shale isn't very good. We have some lizards, though, right? We actually have 3 lizards in our deck, which isn't, you know, makes this card kind of fine. We got our Soothsayer. Squire is not great in our deck, but again, we're kind of just like a little short on playables, so it is what it is. This is a Rat Warlock. Where are other lizards? Oh, the Assassin's a lizard. Cool. The Assassin and the Duo is a Bat Bird. What's our third lizard? We have the Assassin and the Vine Lasher. Am I missing it? The Assassin. Which Duo? Oh, this Duo. Okay, cool. All right, sweet. But yeah, so right now we're at, this is 22 cards. We're definitely short here. We need to add like 2 more cards. Duo's okay. It's a rat. It's not very good for us, I guess. It's like it's like just a fine card. The Raider is not very good. Crumb and Get It. I guess like we just need a playable. It's fine. I'd rather add a creature, honestly. Bubble Flower. We play our removal spells. I don't really need that one. The Guard Mouse is not really us either. We do have a few ways to target this. We have the Seed Pod, Squire, the Metal. We got to add like 2 cards. So, I mean, Crumb and Get It and the Duo, I guess, are just like the most reasonable ones. We're a lot of 4s. We... Gift of Food is funny. This card's like... It's a bat and a lizard, so it has some utility as a 2-drop. It's not very exciting, though. Dire Sight triggers off of our bats. It is a life loss effect. That is true. But it is not a very good card. Yeah, the Duo's fine. All right, I think it's Duo and then 1 more card. We play 16 lands in best of 1. Is there an argument for playing 17 lands in this deck? Because like our 24th card isn't that good. I don't think so. Alright, so we have the Village too. The only options are like Dire Sight, the Mascot, or the Pump Spell. I think the mascot isn't actually that bad because like it is a lizard and a bat, which kind of matters for some stuff, and it just like we kind of need 2 drops also. That being said, it is pretty bad. It's not a card you're gonna play in a 2-color deck basically ever, but Raider's just bad in our deck. It's not good at all. Saber Mantle. I'm gonna play the mascot. I think it sucks, but whatever. So we got more black than white. Still gonna split it evenly though, I think. Go into our lands. We're gonna go 8 and 8. Alright, so there's your pivot. Obviously we're a few cards short, but I think that overall we salvaged our draft reasonably well. And we have our black-white bat deck. This is a 3-drop, not a 1-drop. And alright, it's prediction time, folks. What do you think? 7 wins, yay or nay? Place your bets, YouTube folks. Take a second, pause the video, scroll the comments. Liking the video along the way, of course. Appreciate you. Thanks so much. You're freaking great. And here we are. Black, white, bats, draft 3, silver something. Let's do this. Got more non-believers this time around. But here we are. Assassin, Hunger, Shades, and the mascot. Sure. Assassin into mascot plus Shades is pretty sweet. Chat. Come hang out with me. Dagger Fang duo. Alright. Assassin's great in this deck. You know, the mascot, the duo, not so good. But whatever. We'll make it work. Gain some life. Do some stuff. I think a Scales is really good if you can cast it for 1 mana. Even 2 is still pretty good, but at 1, this card's insane. I think it's really, really good. Bob Ross lands. Cool. A lot of non-believers, man.
There are a lot of bats.
Bat?
Alright, turn 2. Uranium Tank. Baby Shoes says, format is tough. I was too stubborn in my first draft and hardly enough playables in my colors. Folks, you can't be stubborn. You saw in this draft, you got to be flexible. You got to be able to kind of find out what's open and get there. When you're open, it all comes to you. It's like a floodgate. If you're not open, it's a struggle. Don't struggle. Find the open deck. All right, Bone Bind Orator. This is, of course, is a 2/2 that can raise that from the graveyard. I mean, whatever. Let's attack. We're not going to use our trick here if they block. They're going to block probably, so whatever. It's fine. Play with duo. We'll mill ourselves. Oops. Oh, yes. Not target. Mill over land and Star Charter. Bummer. Is what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the other one. That's also really good. Okay. So here's Innkeeper's Talent. This card's pretty insane. This is a rare that acts like a Luminarch Aspirant, where it puts a counter on things every turn, and then it levels up to double counters. This card's pretty messed up, honestly. We're going to play a land, and I guess we're just going to attack. This is, my only loss to the previous was to this card. Let's attack. Hopefully they block. Because now we actually want to kill this, so. Alright, so yeah, we'll do this. So, deal 3, gain 3. And now I play the mascot. We obviously have the Wrath in our hand, but they have no board, and we have a board, so we're just going to keep pressing the advantage here. We also can't let this card get out of control. This card's pretty ridiculous. Alright, so they're going to Stargaze. Black, black, X. Look at twice X cards on top of your library. Put them into your hand, or put 2 into your hand, rest in your graveyard, and lose X. So that was a pretty bad turn for them. As I was saying about the, what card is it? The Dire Sight. I think this card's pretty bad because you can't really afford to like spend mana and not affect the board. And even worse is you're losing life in the process. It's a total tempo black hole. And at 4 mana, it's even worse. So that's probably going to lose them the game because they have this awesome rare in play and they're going to have no time to use it. They're just going to die. So cool. Good for us. Good lesson. This card has a place if you're like a slow blue-black deck, you know, maybe. You need to have a card draw spelled. But not on turn 4 when you're behind on board. And they're going to say go with 5 mana up. I assume we're just going to kill a thing, but we're not doing anything about it, so whatever. Like, we're stacking. All of our cards suck anyway. Attack. There's a flash 4-2 that can deal -1/-1. That would suck, but They're going to early winter to exile my Dagger Fang duo. We have no recourse there. That's fine. Just going to put them down to 2 life with an assassin in play and kill spells in my hand. Cool. How about it? Another kind of clunky card. And we're just about there. Yeah. Another card that doesn't have any effect on the board at all. This is like a textbook lesson in play cards that affect the board. So we're discarding our Invocation and our Hunger here. We just want to keep our 1 hard kill spell to kill them with. Thought Stalker Warlock. Okay.
Get off my plane.
Kill that response. And you're dead. So yeah, this is honestly a really good lesson in card evaluation. All right. Cards that don't affect the board are a problem. So let's look back on the other cards I cast this game. Stargaze. Psychic Whirl. Just both of these cards are just almost unplayable. They can be pieces to a puzzle if you're looking for this exact sort of effect. But folks, you gotta do stuff. You know, and the thing is that even this card, I pressed the wrong button. Even the rare, it did affect the board, but it not completely. And once I killed that 1 creature, it never did anything else the rest of the game either. So like that's a rough game for our opponent, and that's kind of is what it is. So that's that game. On as far as our sponsors go, check out JB Hobbies, folks. All right, we're brought to you by JB Hobbies. Really, really awesome. They actually just mailed me this new thing. This is a hockey puck puzzle. They got a Rangers thing on it too. Really, really cool. Me and Nicole got to do this one. Really, really cool. But check them out. Awesome gifts, handcrafted, really cool shit, honestly. Check them out, JBHobbies.com. Promo code Jim, 5% off your order. From little tabletop puzzles to big time, like escape rooms in a box. Really cool stuff. Check them out. And thanks for sponsoring. Appreciate it. Wrath Harbinger Scales. Sure. This is fine, I guess. All right. Shark Flynn, GG's my friend. Long time sub of the stream. Our last opponent. All right. Mountain Ghost, Star Charter. All right. Not a great start for us here, but, you know, we'll figure it out. They have a good Lizard draw. I guess we have a Wrath in our hand, too. So, all right, here comes the Steam Path Charger. This is a 2-1, whenever it dies, deal 1. Pretty good card, pushing damage through. And we're going to go Land Harbinger, and we now have a plan this game. We're trying to Wrath into our Wix Patrol. So we're the control deck here through and through. Here is a short bow. Equipment, +1, vigilance, and reach. Honestly, we're just going to block. So, because it has reach, it can block my guy anyway. And one of the biggest things against the Lizard deck is making sure they can't deal damage to you. If I block on a future turn, I take 1, they still trigger their effects. Keep them off the board. Just don't let them get their stuff going here. Just take 1 here, it's not a problem. There's no effects to go with it. And again, we can see here, another card that, like, kind of affects the board, but not really. So we killed the creature, and now they just have nothing in play. They have this little bit of effect, and that's really it. So, land, Star Charter, so you go. No ways to gain life at present. We do have the scales, so we could gain life at that in theory. Would I block against a non-Lizard deck in a similar situation? It's a lot closer. The thing is, because it has vigilance and reach, like, they can always block my guy anyway. So, alright, we see a bunch of mana up here. I think this might not turn out really well for us. So, we're going to play a land, move to combat, and attack. If they have a kill spell that will kill this, that this can save, it's a game-altering thing for us here. Looks like they just have nothing. Sure. So, could have cast this to gain life and trigger this thing. Never, ever, ever, ever do that. Because you're just asking to get blown out, and again, our goal is not to get blown out. So, we're just going to say go here. We might pop the village end step. They just didn't do anything. Man, what is going on? All right. They keep the card on top with the Surveil. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a faster run than usual, actually in the early stages. Because I think Bloomburrow is a set that's going to bring a lot of new players to the game and a lot of lapsed players to the game. So the average player will not be as good in the lower levels. I feel like that's what we're experiencing here. I feel like so far these games have felt a lot easier than our usual early runs. But here's a Cutthroat. This is one of those cards I was talking about where if your opponent deals damage to you, it's much better. And they didn't deal damage to me because we killed their creatures. So cool. So that's going to be a 3-2. They can put the bow on it. And they're going to fell my creature. We're going to say no thank you to that. So we're going to save our Star Charter. And draw another land. I guess at this point, we're just going to attack and play this guy. And kill this. You know, we have the Wrath again, but, like, we're not even in a spot that's close to wanting to use it. So, whatever. Play this guy. Mill 3. And we'll kill the Cutthroat. Just say go. We should have 8 power in play. It's cool. Opponents haven't done much yet, so our Rat's not look very good. But... Okay, so we got... There is a Black Sweeper, apparently, in Season of Loss. This is the Black Season, the paw print cards. Sack creature. Each opponent loses X and gains... All right, sure. So we lose 2 here. We get Wrath. That sucks. We lose 2 life. We draw an Assassin. Let's start by sacking this thing. These lands are really good, by the way. And we see a Life Greed Duo or a Moonrise Cleric. I think the Cleric's a lot better. So take the Cleric. And we're just going to play the Cleric. Just land Cleric is fine. Alright. I mean, that sucked, but we'll recover. We'll do our thing. They play a Fireglass Mentor. Another card that does nothing if you can't damage your opponent. And they have a rule spell. Okay, so they're out. But they have his Mentor. And his Mentor is really, really good at drawing cards. So now we have this awkward spot where we don't really have a good blocker because we have this Assassin. And they can just put the equipment on and then get through here. I think we have to cast our Wrath as a 1-for-1. And just accept the fact that we're just playing 5 mana kill this creature. This is the kind of snowball card that will get them back in the game. They have a port too, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. I mean, I just don't think we can do anything else here. If we let them attack us, they'll just draw a card, and then kind of keep going and draw more cards and stuff. And we can Wrath the cards they draw, but we can just stop the problem now, honestly. So no gifts. Return a creature card that's put in your graveyard this way. It only returns things that actually died, so it cannot return other things. So don't want to give them a card either. So all right, so it's Assassin versus the World right now. It's versus the Fountain Port can make fish, and they can be 2/2s. Pretty annoying actually, but. Ugh. That was a really good drop. Just a good 5-drop. We draw land. Alright. Yeah, I mean, kind of a tough one. That Season of Loss was, we thought we were the Wrath there. We were actually the Wrathy. And, yep, a 5-drop off the top is pretty good. And the Vigilance is pretty annoying here, too. Even just the Fountain Port plus equipment's not that bad. Oh my god. Alright. Alright. We have a lot of work to do here. Some pretty good reps back and forth. And now we can pump these. We drew a kill spell too. Oh my god. Yeah. Can I have that Wrath back, please? Alright, so we have a 2/4 and a 3/3. That's still not enough to kill this. Oh my god. Alright, sure. No blocks. Say go. Oh no, the mascot.
Still a decent.
No, not the mascot. Ah, that's the worst card in our deck. Alright, yeah. Say go. They can make themselves another fish. I think we're dead. But I guess now you can block the bruiser. If they play a spell and expend 4, then we just lose. It'll be monstrous. A second short bow. Folks, don't play 2 short bow in your deck. I would say don't even play 1 short bow unless you're the mouse deck and you need a targeter. Alright. 6, 7. I have 3, 6, 7, 8. Alright, whatever, I guess. Pump the Elder. Yeah, a lot of work to do here because even lands are good draws for them, so pump it up. Yeah, I think the bow is only good if you're doing Valiant stuff and you want to retarget your things over and over again. But I would never play 2. Like, very fringy card. Doesn't get better if you have Fountain Port. That is fair, but all right, they have a 3/3 fish. Take 2. We draw Feed the Cycle. Not really what we're looking for. All right, say go. I guess, honestly, it ended up working out. All right, sure. So we'll just kill the fish in response. It's a blowout, but we still have so much work to do that, like, I don't know if it matters. So, nice 2 for 1. Frogs 170. Yeah, you missed it. Watch it on YouTube. That was awesome. All right, so equip those. They got a sack token to draw a card, too, and chose not to. Make a fish. All right. We're still pretty dead here. All right, yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, not a very fun game, but whatever. What are you going to do? We drew up the bottom part of our deck, and then they drew pretty well, too, so it is what it is. All right. This hand's a lot better than our last hand, that's for sure. We got Duo into Harbinger, which is great. A couple kill spells. How did the fish use 2 bows? It's scaled up. Yak, 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 yak.
I'm bird watching. Gotcha.
I don't have a fish button, unfortunately.
I've got a present for you.
Alright. Nocturnal Hunger. This does make us lose 2 for some of our effects. It's kind of cool. Nettle Guard. That card's good. Beats. Oh, is you a Star Charter? Sick draw. Alright. So we have the duo will gain life for each creature. This will pump the bats for each life gain. This will draw cards for each life gain. As long as we don't die here. They play a Tangle Tumbler. They're meant for a vehicle. It's got Vigilance, Cruise for tapping 2 untapped tokens. It does not actually have a crew cost. This card seems really bad.
Still a piece of garbage.
Sure. Play Harbinger. Gain a life. Attack for 2. What's up, Tower Fallen? Next turn, we play Charter and trigger that one also. I mean, it looked like they were going to be super aggressive, and they just kind of like stopped and played this thing instead. So that's cool for us. It does target things, although very, very slowly. It's like our bad Dragon Blood and a bad vehicle. We'll see. Nice lands. 4 cards, 4 lands. Thanking it through. Remember, folks, first with that follow button, watching YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content. It's my gig, folks, and your support makes that possible. Play Guard Mouse. A good thing to target. And attack for 3. Sure. Prisoner. Amusingly enough, this card is like not that good because like it can only target things without flying. The bird mechanic's really weird.
Fly, bird, fly!
You want to have all flyers in theory, but like, all right, so pump that, attack. And we're going to draw a card of Star Charter in the end step, hopefully. Yes, we are. Wax Away and Witness is awesome. Yeah, Witness, right? This card's good too, but I think the blocker's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take the Witness. So take the Witness. And now, for each life gain, it grows, which is really, really cool. Right, so like most synergy decks, you want like all the same thing. You want all frogs that bounce things. You want all lizards that deal damage. The bird deck is like you want half birds and half not birds.
What am I, a bird of prey?
And don't screw it up. Weird. This card's usually just like this exact same card without a targeting restriction. Oh no, this card's really good.
I like rabbit. Lots of rabbit.
All right, so they're gonna offspring,
I love you. I'm so proud of you.
and they're gonna valiant the crap out of everything. Oh my god. All right, so this card's busted. One of the best commons in the set, and yeah.
You have fought valiantly.
All right, we take a ton. We may need to cast some kill spells over the next few turns. Sure, like there's like not even castable in our deck. It sucks. Okay. I mean, Fever Cycle costs 3. Wax Away and Waiters can potentially block. We're gonna get some life here too. Not that much though. Maybe the let's get First Strike too. This card's pretty good. All right. Shit. If they find another token, they can attack for 6 also with Vigilance. Yeah. In the pure race here, they seem to be winning. We can't cast multiple kill spells either. Also, if I give them foods, the foods can crew this thing, which is kind of gross. Alright. So maybe the Harbinger stays back on defense with Death Touch. Attack for 6. Sure. So, like, I guess we're kind of racing, right? Maybe I should actually just gotten in. We might just die, but, like... Oh, no. Alright, here's Carrot Cake.
Chicken fried rabbit with cottontail sauce.
And now I can crew their Tumbler. I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, here comes a Tumbler. And I imagine a Leroy. Yeah. Alright, this sucks. They have 2 life on tap, too. We couldn't kill them anyways. We gotta kill them for 2 turns. So I guess we just block Tumbler. And let's block this thing. If they were trickier also, we're just dead, but whatever. It is what it is. This costs 3 to pump a thing. Yeah, sure. Alright, no tricks, please. Wow. Alright. We're still alive. I think drawing a land next turn would be ideal. We did not. We do a 2-drop at least. That's fine. So we get 2-drop. Gain a life, pump, attack, and have a kill spell up. Yeah. I mean, sure. There's actually an argument of maybe I should just like play this duo instead of playing a kill spell. Because it just like gains another life and attacks for other damage. Oh, I made a mistake actually. I got a 4. Also, it mills cards for Fever Cycle. Yeah, I screwed up. Alright, I'm just going to undo my mistake here. I'll just cast a duo. So I missed a point of damage, but I think this is much better. It mills 2 cards for Fever Cycle and gains a life, and it makes a blocker rather than killing a thing, which is also fine. So mill 2. Mill over Lasher and whatever, it's fine. End step, we get a card. Awesome. That's fine. So made a mistake. They should be at 3. Not going to compound the mistake by making it worse. They draw a mountain. We have 3 blockers in a super close game and lethal on the board. What do you got, friend? Here comes the Guard Mouse, the Nettle Guard. Can I block? Maybe? What are you thinking about, friend? This card's really good. I'm a big fan of this card. Conduct electricity. I just said I like that card. Why would you kill it? But now we're just dead. Like, what are they doing? They're just tapped out dead in the air? Alright, whatever, sure. I mean, we'll just trade here. We'll just keep this back because it's going to kill them. Guaranteed. They put a land too, right? Like, Yeah, they're just dead on board. All right, sure, whatever. That's fine. We are still in silver, you know. It is what it is. So, yeah, that's fine. Okay, sure. We'll take it. I think we were winning the game anyway, but close one. Cool stuff. And that's mascot. Maybe we should cut the mascot. I love synergy, but it's just too bad of a card, I think. So, all right, let's keep this. Assassin into Harbinger. Pretty cool. The old mascot. It's everything. It's even a goblin. We have a goblin in our hand, folks. Alright. Fourth plane's not a great draw, but we got Forest, Rootweaver, Mana Dork. That's not great. Mana Dork on the play, always rough. This gives Death Touch and +1/+0 for the thing, which is kind of cool. They have a host, but no land. This card's really, really good.
Bring out the rabbit.
But they have no land. All right, what are we drawing? All right, all right. Unfortunately, Flood screw beats Flood typically, but sure. We play a land. Bats you control again. Actually, can't attack here. That's kind of gross. All right, we say go. I think we're in trouble. Bloomburrow Goblins. Do I have Bat Confidant in my deck? Decklist is on the overlay, and I do not, unfortunately. That card is great. This is where our card like this gets super. Oh my god.
Chicken fried rabbit with cottontail.
That's not good. They can't attack, I guess, but they still just draw a card. They will attack. Snap Block. All day, every day. This card is much better than my card is, so. You draw a Dagger Fang Duo. That's not very exciting. Attack here is also pretty bad. Sure. Alright, mill 2. Mill over a land and a mediocre creature. Cool. So we just draw like spells the next 5 turns. Probably be alright. We have drawn this guy a lot, unfortunately, but maybe we'll cut it for something else. It just does seem pretty bad. I was hoping the synergy would help out, but they're going to Parting Gust my 3/2 and give me a fish. Bad exchange.
Don't forget your gift bag.
Folks, the fish is not good on this board, but it's relevant, and this card is not even that good, you know? This card's got to kill something really, really good, or it's pretty bad. Sure, I guess, whatever. Alright, attack. Obviously, we're going to lose this game, so we have 3 lands in our hand, but opponent's on 46 cards, too. Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, Bloomburrow... This is a good sign for Bloomburrow, that, like, I think a lot of people are playing Magic again because of Bloomburrow, or starting up. But that means that the, you know, bronze and silver are going to be, you know, a little messy. That being said, we're going to lose this game, so... Oh, my gosh. Alright. They're going to Coyote. If this dies, I get this guy back, but it's a 4/5 in the intern. That's pretty bad. Alright. I mean, that was about the best draw in the deck, right? So, we draw Wake's Patrol. This can ETB. We have to hit a 5-drop to kill this thing. We do have 5 drops in our deck. And if we don't, we can just kill this guy, I guess. Also just a big creature, too. Sure, we gotta cast this. Alright. I mean, drawing a 6 drop's not a bad place to be. Mill 3, and mill over some 4 drops, unfortunately. So we have -4, -4. I wish it would tell you on the number, right? We have a 4-drop, 4-drop, 3-drop, 3-drop. So you can do -4, -4. It's not very good. So, attack first. Yeah, I guess you're right. I should attack first. There's a chance they block. They probably wouldn't, but you're right. I'm wrong. Very fair. Very fair. So, they have all spells in their hand because they missed that land drop early. We got a lot of work to do here. I mean, the 5/3 lines up well against this thing, so, you know, draw a few good ones here. We may get out of this. I mean, milled some good ones, unfortunately, but that is what it is.
Oh, sure, blame the bath. What the heck?
All right. I mean, which like half the block. Like, oh man. Like, what are we drawing to? We have a few kill spells. Like, it's 5, 6. It's, I don't know tricks in the set well enough to know like what we can play around here. We block with everything that might play around like some sort of pump spell or something like that, and actually still kill this. But I don't know the cards in the set. Like, there's the thing that gives indestructible. We could also just wait and like try and draw a kill spell and then blow them out with a block. Let's just take it, whatever, it's fine. So I think our plan here is to draw a kill spell and try and have the same scenario happen, block and then kill spell at response. We draw a duo, not ideal. Yeah, sure. Just so you go. Kind of weird they didn't do anything else either. But sure. Play land 5. The birds and the bats. Alright, attack again. So I think we're locked on this plan now, so no blocks. Take 4. Go to 9. At this point, they might be missing a color. Like, because it's just impossible not to have any spells here. We draw a land anyway, so that's not very good, but whatever. We'll say go. I think we have, like, either one more turn of waiting, or we can just, like, chump block with the fish. This has been an ugly game, folks. So ugly, Karn's leaving. Karn's done. He's like, I'm watching this game anymore. Here's a heaped harvest. What non-forester planes are they going to get? It's a... Okay. Sure. 3 cards in hand. So at this point, their hand has to be all just weird tricks. Because, like, what else could it be? Tricks or 10 drops, right? Because they missed land drops early. They made every land drop since. These are all spells. And, like, what else could they be besides conditional tricks? I'm just going to block. And we'll just try and draw a kill spell and hope they only have one. I don't even know, honestly. Okay, that helps a little bit. It's a Death Toucher. We blocked last turn because, like, the pump spells might just kill us. Alright, so it does grow the mascot. Just, I guess, cool. Just got attack and probably block with the Harbinger. Start there. Happy to trade 1 for 1. So if they have a trick, we can trade Harbinger for a trick. They're going to harvest, gain some life, get another land. Yeah, sure. Harvest is, like, not very good in decks like this. Like, it's good if you're splashing or good in the Forge deck, and that's really it. It's very good in those decks, but... It's freaking calamity over here. Still playing. We're still here. Rust Shield Rampager. No offspring. Alright, so for some reason they want to keep up 3 or more mana. That's very odd. Alright, well, here you go. Block. What do you got for me? Trick number 1. Weird card to play pre-combat, too. You just obviously shouldn't do that, but... Alright, it was come and get it, so we'd have gotten blown out horribly earlier. They're going to give me the food. That's fine. So, that's a 1 for 1. We don't mind that. And we're just going to sack our food. We don't have any things to do with that. We have plenty of forage, so... Alright, yeah, I mean, just going to keep playing. We draw Mabel's Metal. I mean, that's a bit of a re-trick. But... Sure, I guess. And then this thing can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. That's rough. Alright, say go. They definitely have more tricks in their hand, but... They're going to attack again this turn. We're going to go, ugh. Or they'll play a sorcery speed rabbit response. Sure. I mean, that's probably good enough. Top. Alright. So, if they have anything else, we're dead. But we're going to make some blocks. We're going to block here. Here. Give +2/+2. And here. So we can go +1/+1, +2/+2. And then hope they have nothing. What am I going to do? You know, like... They are passing priority. So, +2/+2, +1/+1. Cross our fingers and hope it works. Alright, and there's trick. Yeah. So, our read is correct. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it because we don't have the tools to use the read we had. We should draw Wrath here, basically. Wrath or bust. No, that's not a bad draw, actually. We gain 3 and put a body in play. Probably not good enough. Might buy time for to draw Wrath. Alright, so drain, say go. We are 1 in 6/17 to draw Wrath. Tapped fish, gain a life. We're still alive. We're still alive for the Wrath, right? Is that 2 Parting Gusts? A lot of spells, not a lot of creatures here. Alright. Wrath me. I mean, that is not buy time. I just can't block this thing anymore. I mean, we'll try it, I guess, but they just need to attack. Yeah, I mean, kind of a lame game. You know, our opponent definitely they're playing 4/6 cards. They're kind of just, you know, doing whatever, and sometimes you just lose. You know, just is what it is. Like, we didn't draw particularly well. We drew some of our weaker cards, which is punishing us for our bad draft, and you know, we had all the reads. We knew what was going on, but just couldn't do anything about it, which happens sometimes. You know. All I gotta do is attack with the 4/4, and we're dead. All right, we're dead. All right, yeah, just gotta take it on my chin sometimes. It is what it is. Can't get mad. No rank down either. All right, hey, it's our card. Cool. We drew our Lunar Convocation. Cool. I think it's an easy thing too. I think it's a really common thing for Magic players to be like, oh my god, they had 46 cards, and I just draw lands, and like, you know, and like, could we play better that game? I mean, maybe. But like, the important conversation to have is not they're playing 46 cards. It's, could I have drafted better? Could I have played better? Could I have bluffed a spot? Could I have had a better read? What could I have done that game to make it better, you know? Like, so, as I always say, focus on the things you can control. Not things you can't control. Oh, the mascot's here. Good to see it on their side of the board, that's for sure. All right, so land and... yeah, Harbinger fine. Yeah, we want the Assassin to kind of like start to get this thing going, but this is fine. All right. So, I'd like to draw a land next turn and deploy the Assassin and the Elder. Start landing on our Lunar thing, paying some life and gaining some life. What's up, mascot? They got a Goblin in play. They got a Badger in play. A Homunculus. They got a Turtle. And they got Niatron. All right. So it makes more sense they're playing 3 colors to play this card, obviously. Eldrazi and Atog. And they're just going to say go. We missed a land drop. That sucks. Now our options are to Lunar and just draw a card. And try and draw a land that way. If we miss, it really sucks, though. Or just play the Assassin and try and set up a life gain. I should do this, I guess. So, and do I want to attack here? Not really, honestly. I think we're better just chilling. Could also just play another Harbinger and just try and like be most mana efficient possible. I would just do that, I guess. One stack. What's up, Shadow? Thanks for resub. Alright. Play bat number 2. It's actually not a gerbil. Gerbil is not a creature type. That's why Jolly Gerbils is a hamster. Because they consolidated the creature types. Forest, mountain, plains. We're all set up here. So this thing, if we've gained life, they lose life. If we've gained life and lost life, make a flyer. So we need to gain life, and then we can draw a card and lose life that way. They are really in a tank here. What's going on, folks? All right, trying to keep it fun, trying to keep it entertaining. Ha ha ha, you know. But opponent is deep in that tank. Remember, folks, who just follow me on TikTok? The old TikTokaroo's on there. Check out my TikTok. Boom. Can Otter Storm be a real thing? Storm's TikTok, Instagram. From Bloomburrow. Give me a follow. Support the content. Where every time you cast a spell after casting it, it copies itself. That's kind of hard, right? It's a payoff for you to play before you actually. They're just not doing anything. Yeah, sorry. Well, I got a combo for you. Check out the Seek in the Mirror. They are back. Check out the TikTok for the combo. So they just say go, and we miss on land again. This has been a somewhat frustrating draft. I think now we're just gonna draw a card. Please draw land. Oh, actually, it triggers the Harbinger, too. This is also life lost, too. This is great, actually. So, didn't know you were young enough to be on TikTok. I'm hip. I'm with it. All right. We draw a land. Thank God. All right. So now I get to attack for a pretty good attack, actually. How do you do, fellow kids? Do they have a sonar thingy? Parting Gust. Man, love the Parting Gust. All right, I'll take my fish. I think Parting Gust is, like, fine, but not great. Giving your opponent a resource of any kind is typically pretty mopey. The modality's nice, but... Alright, so... Now we're in a good spot where we can, in theory, gain and lose life, so I'm making bats. One fish, please.
I've got a present for you.
What's up, Hiram? Well, then they changed what it was. There you go. Hiram MTG, first time chatter. Welcome. Glad you're firing in with the pseudo soundboard in chat. Thanks so much. Here's a Brazen Collector, a 2/1 first strike. Good card. Not as good on turn 6, obviously, but... Alright, we draw a Star Charter. So, kind of a, you know, scary spot a little bit. They have 3 mana up, possible tricks. We have Retricks. We have the scale and removal spells. So we're just going to attack here. Fish will stay home, obviously, in face of the first striker, but we're trying to not play our tricks if we can. We want to, again, be the Retricker, not the trigger. So... What's up, Star? Best archetype? I don't know. We're 3 drafts in. I've been otters, frogs, and now bats. Frogs that was sweet, but I already have a lot of rares too. So, Harbinger goes off. Pump the bat. Let's see what happens here. Would like to lose life for the lunar thing. We might just like pay and play a 2-drop, depending on what happens this turn. But this card does cost 3, despite the cost on there. Should I take it? Sure, that's fine. Alright, so if we're going to draw, we'll do that first. We have gained life, so a Charter would draw a card. But they still could have, like, our removal spell or whatever. I'm just going to draw a card, just to do this thing. Take my guaranteed value. Drawing a card and playing a 2-drop is pretty great for us. Yeah, cool. Another Hunger, too. Sure. So, do this, play an Elder, say go. Now we'll get a trigger off this as well as a bat, which is great. All the bats get pumped by the Harbingers. And they ain't doing much, but we'll see.
Because you were the best of us.
Sorry, dude. My little bat murdered brutally by a raccoon. So not cool.
We're overrun with raccoons and obese toddlers.
Jonah, resub. Thanks so much. And here comes the Brazen Collector. If we wanted to be frisky here, we could double block. This forces out a trick. If I don't have one, it kills this and trades the Elder for this, which is totally fine. I'm going to block. So this is a spot where if they have a trick, losing a fish is not the end of the world. It's just a 1-for-1 with the Elder, basically. And, like, I kind of want them to just, like, spend their mana using other stuff and not developing their board, because we're kind of ahead on board right now, so. Yeah, that's shove, but it would have been a lot worse on the Star Charter, so. Yeah, I also thought those cards was an instant, too. Sweet. Fish murder. That's awesome for us. All right, cool. So the fish even lives because they didn't have pump spell. That's a great exchange for us. We just traded our 2-drop for their 2-drop. And that's really great. Now what? Our fish lives. Let's name our fish. Our fish has been through some shit already. What's our fish's name? So juicy, sweet.
The salted pork is particularly good.
Fish are friends, not food, all right? Don Shula, Sumi the Fish, Pickles. I like Pickles. Mr. Poops. I think I had a fish named Mr. Poops when I was a kid, because like the little fish poop, and it kind of like dangles out of their butts. I thought that was funny when I was a kid. Jebediah, Snowflake. I think I like Jenkins. I like Jenkins. Jenkins the fish. All right, cool. We draw land, and now we have a Scales of Shale available. They play the Bodyguard. They offspring once, but only get to forage once. We kind of want to fire up this Lunar Convocation too. Okay. We're definitely attacking. Probably just Assassin. Might be everything, actually. Might be Jenkins. Might be a Leroy for Jenkins. We could Shale and then draw a card. A lot of options here, honestly. I guess if we Hunger and lose life, that also works for this. Oh, wait, never mind. We'll just do that. That's even better. So let's just Hunger. Try to figure out how to lose life this turn. And this is a great way to do it. So Hunger's great. Kill that. We gain life or lost life. That pumps the squad. And now we just Leroy. Lose life again. We're good. Leroy, no! Do we save Leroy? I don't think we can save Leroy here. It's not worth it. I'm sorry, Leroy. Leroy, I'm sorry. You've been a great fish. We really appreciate your service, Leroy, but I can't save you here. I'm sorry. F's in chat for Leroy. Then we'll just say go, I guess, right? Because we've already lost life, so. He died at Jenkin. We won! Leroy, your sacrifice was not in vain!
Game.
Yes!
Blouses.
F's in chat for Leroy. Or Jenkins. Alright. We are on the play with a somewhat sketchy two-lander. Oh, it's the worst kind of hand in Limited. Any land in our hand is great. We're 42% to draw land. But if we missed, so bad. I guess let's see what our other misses are, right? Let's look at we can see here that we can also draw not really a one-drop. Mascot, obviously Mascot. Mascot, Duo, Elder, Assassin. So we have 4 and Saver. 5, 6. So you have 6 draws that are good that are not a land. That's fine. I'm going to keep it. I think it's enough. All of our cards cost 3, too. So just like literally just draw a land. And we have life gain to get back in the game, too. So Mabel's Metal. We missed. We drew a 2-drop, but not once castable. Carrot Cake. This is a weird card. I don't have to make it this card. It's a card that, like, seems like a great cog. It doesn't seem to fit into any archetypes. Oh, God, we're so good.
Bingo!
So good at Magic. All right, so we're going to Moonrise Cleric or Harbinger. I think the Cleric is better. So you go. Yeah, it's like a squirrel card that's just randomly in white for some reason.
Squirrel.
It's like kind of weird. I don't know. Carrot Cake is currently the best performing common per 17 lands. Really? Damn, that surprises me. The card seems good, but it just seems kind of odd. All right, so they play a Harvest Right Host. This card's insane. Just has to die. So, we're just gonna kill it. Realistically, nothing fancy. Just gonna kill it. So go. We'll pay 2 life also. So yeah, this is fine. Card's absurd. So pay 2 life. Just kill this and attack. 4 mana gain 3, make 2 1/1s. Yeah, but like it's not great the turn you play it. It's just a 1/1, and like it's fine, but like, you know, I don't think 4 mana sorcery, gain 3, make 2 1/1s is a good card. It's more of a sum of the parts kind of thing, which it is a good sum of the parts card. But all right, they play a Druid of the Spade. This is a 4/3 trample if they have a token, which they do. And we're a little gummed up here, but let's play a Harbinger. Attack. Pump it up to 3. 15 to 19. Does scry too, it's also. Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
We have technology.
What's up, Hood? How's it going, folks? Who's drafting right now? Who out there is also in the queues, in the trenches with me and Karn? Oh no. These cards are really good. Oh, it's this one. I'm sorry. It's funny. They're both really good. But that was the uncommon one. You missed Mog Monday. Any chance it'll come back? Maybe for a one-shot here and there, but Mog Monday ran its course. All right, so they're going to put a counter on the Rabbit, but attack with the Druid. Interesting. I'm not going to block. We got to erase this card. It's just too good, so... Is that my dog? I hope so. Hey, Karn. Are you my dog? Or someone else's dog? Okay, good talk. Land. I mean, Wax Way Witness is pretty great. Yeah, we're gonna try race. So yeah, we're just gonna jam. We have like 2 tricks also that can gain life and pump. So just firing. I guess there's a reason to play this first. I said there's actually gain life. Whatever, it's fine. So tag it for a good chunk here. Yeah, he's more a Cole's dog than my dog, honestly. Karn's alright.
You're Karn's favorite. Is it you hate him?
I tolerate Karn. That's why he tries desperately for my attention. Attack for 5. So this will double counters on level 3. I think we're racing well enough here. Like, they're at 10. We're gaining life. We have a lot of power in the air and 2 tricks. Alright, so gain 3 life. Make a token. Alright. This card looking absolutely terrible.
Still a piece
Like,
of garbage.
why would they take like a mid-level common and just make it so much worse? It's like the one non-power crept card in the entire set, you know?
Birdie. Birdie, birdie.
Alright, so they're going to put a counter on their Rabbit.
A little rabbit? Wouldn't you rather have a big rabbit?
It's interesting. Alright, they're like diversifying their bonds here a bit. Like, they could have put counters on this thing and just attack. They didn't want to like trade off, I guess, for playing as a kill spell, but... Oh, leave my stuff alone. That was a pretty important part of our plan. Oh my god. They're doing it. They're doing it, and we're not drawing lands. We're in trouble. We can't double spell, and we just lost our last best defender. The life gain from the cleric was really, really important. Shit. Yeah, racing just became really difficult. If I lose life, they do pump these. We take 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. I do have 2 tricks, so like, this is worth 5 extra damage. I think I just kill this Mentor and attack, and just like, we'll go to 1 and try and kill in the backswing. Yeah, whatever. This is fine. Yeah, I'm in. Let's just do it. Let's get blocked too, I guess, right? So, lose the life. Attack for a bunch. They're at 7. Just try and kill him next turn. We're 10. We can't block with the Waxwing. They've been very timid about attacking also, which is kind of weird. They're going to level 3. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The problem is we have to block now. Alright, well, we're dead on board if we don't block. So we're going to block and hope they have a trick. No trick. Go to 3. Go to 3. Reaver, they're dead. We did it. Let's go. We drew a land too. Metal. Scales. Exaxes. More than Exaxes. We won. We did it. It's a miracle. We beat the rabbits. Flying. Broken. Oh no. We're on the draw this time. I have 2 drops, sure. So it's fine. We can keep this. We got our Harbinger Cleric. I think Cleric's a big deal. It's a really important card for this deck. Well sized, great enabler.
I'm Batman.
Need a land. Alright. Draw a land. Awesome or great. The food here is nice. There's some life gain stuff too, you know. There's a Baker's Bane duo. That's pretty good. Alright. Play a land. Say go. No saver yet. Yeah. It's fine. We're probably gonna... Oh, man. They didn't do anything. Ugh. So... Maybe we should just kill this on our turn. Usually, you know, I often save it. I'm more do as I say, not as I do. I say you should sorcery speed your kill spell if you're going to cast it. I wasn't, like, sure if we were going to cast it. But now they've attacked and done nothing. It's, like, pretty gross. So, Worf says, is there a certain number of wins for me to get in the draft to consider it successful? I mean, I think 7 wins. You know, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm a pro Magic player, you know. If I don't get 7 wins, I'm usually... I guess, like, if it deck's bad, I'll like at least 5 wins. You know, like, 4 or 5 wins is the line for sure. But, all right, play a land. Don't love his mana up, right? What's going on here? We only have 2 options. They're both pretty good cards, too. I guess I just want to play the Clerics. If I draw a land, I can play this thing. All right, whatever. They counter it. It is what it is. The break-even point is 4-3, I think. What in God's name is going on? Our opponent isn't doing anything. This has happened a lot so far, but serious. Harbinger. That also resolves. Do they have the Remove Attacker card? No. They're gonna Forager? Sure. What a weird game. They have a fight spell too. That makes sense. They have a fight spell also. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So they're stuck on fight spells. That's fine. Not ideal for us, but fine. We draw a land. We'll just do this thing. We'll just charter, draw a card. All right, gain a life, attack, trigger charter, draw a card. Elder, Provisioner, or Duo? I think Duo. Not enough mana for the Provisioner. And obviously the bird is terrible, so... Baker's Bane Duo.
That's a lot of nuts!
Attack for 3, sure. They have more tricks. They polywhopping. Alright, so that sucks. Honestly, it's fine to get the card off of it. And now we want to probably Lunar. Maybe we'll Lunar and just Hunger and lose 2 life. Hunger's been great in this deck. The fact that it's a life loss trigger has been awesome. Killing a Forager is not great, but like it's still pretty sweet. So no gifts. Just gonna kill this. Probably better than killing the Duo, I think. I'm not sure though. And then end step trigger this thing. Make a bat. Drain some life. Next turn. We'll figure out next turn we get there, I guess, right? Okay, so 2 cards left. They do have this thing to pump up. They didn't use it, so in theory they are using mana on other things. Oh my god. They got one job. Draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card. Okay, that's their mode. Now they have a lot of cards. They didn't have cards before. We are also going to draw a card, I think. And then probably put a duo. Wouldn't mind drawing a land here, too. Alright, that's cool. So we get to go that. Duo. Mascot. Gain life. Attack. Gain life. We lost life. Trigger a lunar thing. We're the beatdown for sure. So our Wrath not looking very good here. The 5 greatest rappers of all time. Draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, draw a card, and draw a card. Here's Pawn Profit for more cards. What's up, Snazzy? How's it going, folks? Alright. They got 6 cards left of food. We got an Air Force, though. They're going to Splash Lasher.
I love you. I am so proud of you. Follow kids.
Okay. That's fine. We're still alive in the air. We have a Wrath, too. I mean, like, to the point where, like, we should probably hold back and not play any more creatures and just attack in the air and set up for our Wrath. Let's draw. We draw a Wix Patrol. That's pretty good, too. Alright. Play land. I mean, we're just going to attack. Like, maybe the duo stays home to block one of these guys, but, like, I don't even think so. Go to 5. Just say go. Could play with a Squire and, like, really percent lethal. Or I could just, like, draw off Lunar. Eat the food. We've already gained life and lost life this turn, so... Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't gain life this turn. Right? Although this game... If I play a creature gains life also. I need to go wide. Play Squire, gains a life, triggers a Lunar, they lose 1, get a token, gain another life. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. This card's weird, but very good. We played it in Constructed yesterday. Pawn Profit again. So it looks like they have a good frog deck. It may have like a bad draw. They're doing good things, for sure. Then we have like this Wrath as like a backup plan. We have our hand's 2 bangers, you know, so tight one. All right, they're going to play a Long River Lurker. That's going to make a thing unblockable. They're going to make the duo unblockable. Get it for 3 and blink it. Here comes the Splash Lasher. I think that's fine. Alright, so blink this. They'll have 2 food. So they're effectively at 10. And I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the air with 10 from the Lunar. Alright. They're exactly dead on board. Also, we drew this thing too, so they're super dead. Cool. Leroy. This pumps this. I guess I didn't check for sneaky reach. Frogs do have reach fairly often, but whatever. Alright, and then we do this. And pack it up!
After it was all over, he took us in the house and served us pancakes.
Alright, we're cruising. Keep it up. And, is that... Into gold. Okay. On the play. No black, but a 2-drop, a trick. Ugh. Oh, no. It's a gross hand. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We obviously snap keep with a swamp and a plains. Plains and a plains is pretty different. It's tough, though. I'm inclined to mulligan. I'm agreeing with chat. On the draw, I would keep, but I think folks do mulligan a little too much on average, but this hand's just too bad. I think too much needs to go right here. Our odds of drawing a swamp are like 20% or something like that. Yeah, it's 24%. So, yeah, we're going to mulligan. Into a better hand. Cool. All right, this is fun. Is what it is. Got our duo still. We got double duos. Bats and birds and lizards.
You're as big as a small dinosaur.
All right. We're in. Planes. This stupid... This card is so bad.
Still a piece of garbage.
It's so funny, but this card's probably just better in, like, a random rabbit deck or something like that. Like, it's just not good in the bird deck or that deck. Ugh. All right. Valley Rotcrawler is very good. And now we have not drawn a castable card. We're probably in trouble here. All right. Yeah, this might be the end for our bat run. We said we were happy with 5 and 3, you know. So, and our deck is we did hard pivot in the after pack 1. So, all right, here's a Nettle Guard.
My turn.
All right, never mind. Back in the game. So we draw our Wax Wayne Witness, which is fantastic here. This counts mice. No, squirrels, bats, lizards, and rats. All right. You're up. We draw another land. I think we're off to the races here. This card's still absolutely dog shit, but I guess a 3/4 flyer for 5 is not the worst thing that's ever happened, but it's pretty bad. The duo is much better, obviously. Again, big fan of Wax Wayne Witness. And they are going to attack. I don't think we can afford to lose our witness here. Even though the block on the Rot Caller looks pretty good, they could have like the plus 2. They could have the +2 Death Touch or whatever. They could have Sonar Strike. I mean, Sonar Strike doesn't matter because we're going to attack anyway. But what's this, Menace? Oh, never mind. It's got Menace. So, all right, fine, whatever. We're not blocking this guy, so. And they do nothing. All right. Emergency meeting. Let's talk this one through. 5 cards in hand, 4 mana up. If you're not taking a pause in your games to be like, all right, what the hell's going on here? You are not playing Magic. I think Sonar Strike makes a lot of sense because we already have a read from prior turn that they have a trick of some kind. We were thinking Pump Spell, but because they didn't play anything, I'd be leaving up the strike. I think we play duo and attack with only the duo. Alright, so gain 3, drain 2. Pumps the Witness. It's actually a 4 power attack, too. Oh, man, it's so hard not to attack here. Because you're always trying to weigh, you know, you're trying to hedge your bets, right? And weigh the upsides versus the downsides. Attacking for 2 is not a very good upside. Attacking for 4 is a major upside. It's a quarter or a fifth of their life total. I do think it is very likely they have a. Also, they could just have some other removal spell and just kill it anyway. So it's mostly only Sonar Strike or play. All right, I'm just gonna attack. It's only exactly Sonar Strike. If they have it, whatever. You know, you kind of. It's like poker. You put them on a range. I save it. All right, if they're 40% to have it, I think that the 60% times that they don't have it, it's good enough. And they have a Downwind Ambusher. So we have a -1, -1. So, worked out great. Cool. So chat says, Sonar Strike sucks. The alternative is not attacking the entire game. That is not true. Because it is not trivial for your opponent to leave up 2 mana every turn in these early developing turns. It's actually a huge backbreaking thing to do that. So by making them do it over and over again, it can be a very important thing to do. But there's so many other things they could have. It wasn't like totally face up. So, and now this is a pretty interesting shift. So now all of our questions have been answered, right? So we now have a very good read on their hand. They have no removal spells. They have no tricks, period. Because the Ambusher was the trick from last turn. The -1/-1 would have killed my Witness. It would have actually traded with the guard, but still whatever. But now that they're not attacking again, we know for sure that their hand is, you know, unless they have some bite off they desperately want to cast, that's good for us. So we should take 4 here. 15 to 12. We're racing in the air, which is great. They play their own duo. And now we can see how we're racing, and we drew a Lunar Convocation. Okay. I was very, very happy to just play Feed Cycle and murder this flyer and get him for a whole bunch of damage. But now we've drawn the Lunar thing. I guess we can't actually gain life. Man. Unfortunately, Provisioner only puts a counter on non-flyers, which is obviously just terrible for us, so... Man. Okay. What do we do here? Playing the Lunar and drawing in a game this close seems like a really bad thing if we miss. I'm just going to kill this in attack. Not gaining life here kind of sucks, but go to 8, say go. Our blocks are still good. We're winning the race. Not ideal, but is what it is. This is also a disenchant too. So that's the thing as well. Now they're going to duo, and now they're going to attack and drain. So I doubt they drew a trick here. I think it's just an aggressive attack. They want to gain some life too. Oh my god, they drew a trick. Alright, well, either they're a master and they played really well last turn and they intentionally tried to conceal it. Oh man, we're so fucking lucky. Didn't deserve it. Which honestly is like a very high level play where you try and you do a thing like that to conceal your trick on one turn and then to try and show it on the next turn. Like that was like that last turn cycle was like it might have just like stumbled into it and draw the card by accident, but that would have been a masterful sequence of hey, I don't have a trick, but then they knew next turn they were going to play a 5-drop and have this also. So yeah, but better luck than good. Obviously, it's a pretty sick draw. We're going to gift them a card and get our duo back and blink it, which is awesome. We are not going to attack. Yeah, sure. I'm in. Let's do it.
Wait a minute. Does this mean you like my present?
So bring back the duo. First time casting this rare, actually. Like actually casting it. We cast it once as our removal spell, but it's not 7 to 9. We have Provisioner in this thing. What's up, Penguin? They play Jolly Gerbils. If only I had a Jolly Gerbils. And a Cindering Cutthroat. Sure. Ain't out of the woods yet. This thing can get Menace, right? We draw a land. They give this Menace. I think we should attack. This is a clock. We should win the game next turn in theory, so. Play Provisioner. We will not target any of our creatures. We have no non-flyers. So, alright, here we go. We have lethal on board. Have a blocker. This card not looking very good in this super tight game, unfortunately, but is what it is. Pretty good draw. Not too shabby. Karn slept right through it. Heh. That's a fun emote. I like that, Marty. Alright, so they gave us a gift and draw a card.
I brought you a gift.
That's bad. Alright. Now we're pretty close to dead. We draw a assassin. That's a pretty good draw. Because we drew a card we can cast. And also play this. And also gain the life. Alright, sure. Attack for 3. Lunar. Assassin. And gain life. So gain life, they lose 1. So we're at 5, they're at 2. We're dead to a kill spell. It is what it is. Can maybe make an argument that we should have not attacked and tried to just kill them all in one shot next turn. But I think that's pretty conservative, honestly. Maybe it's right. I don't know. Honestly. They be at 5. We'd be at 5 with an extra blocker. we probably can't die. And then if we untap, we get to just go 3, 4, 5 guaranteed. Yeah, I think it's fair. I'm gonna go with Menace here. I mean, either we're dead or not. There's really no they have an ambusher. That's not enough. All right, sick. So another really close one, but we're gonna race it and take it down. Cool. That was close. That was a close game for sure. Obviously a lucky draw on our part, but whatever. You know, we can get lucky once in a while too. Here we are. The Bat Pivot Draft going for a trophy.
Bat?
And our hand is not great, but Sonic Boom. We're gonna keep castables. Draw a white card, of course. All right. Ugh. All right, that's a really good card. One of the better rares in the set. And they are black-red, though? Sure. Oh, my God. The black-red deck is so snowbally that, like, it sucks that if we fall behind, we're probably going to lose, but... Oh, man. All right. I guess we just duo. We could hunger and just kill this. Probably give them a food, too, honestly. Yeah, if I play duo and they kill it, it's just, like, insane for us to get obliterated. We're going to do it now, though, because we don't want them to have the lizard protection spell, and we know we're going to kill it. It's fine. So, it's a hunger. I'm going to give them a food, too. I think this is a game where the food won't matter very much on their side, so.
I brought you a gift.
Take your food, say yep. What's up, Matt? Alright, so take 2. Ooh, that's a card to play too. Okay. It's nice to draw a rare. We did you know, this is game number 9 or whatever, so draw a rare once in a while. We're just going to duo and try and draw a land. Oh, a plains specifically. Alright, mill 2. Mill over white card. Cool. So the duo might draw out our rule spell or 2. We can try and just drop this. Hopefully it's just like kill spell creature and we draw plains. That's a lot of things to ask for, I guess, but you know. There's the kill spell. They chose to not target the challenger? What? We don't draw a thing. Alright, well. I mean, duo buys time too. What are you doing? That's why this card's so good. It's a mouse card. There's even a picture of the mouse on the card.
Should have stayed in your little hole, mouse boy.
Whatever. It's active food. Please draw planes. Please draw planes. Oh my god. Now we're going to 1. Alright. Alright. Honestly, I think we're still a pretty heavy dog this game because so much of the Arachnos cards like deal 1 damage really well. But I guess we do have life gain, so we're dead to so many things here. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Alright. You got me with the playful shove. Is what it is. Alright, that's fine. Honestly, for yeah, whatever. I had fun. It was a good game. Yeah, I mean, we'll go to our recap here. Alright, so we went 6-3. Honestly, I'm happy with that. You know, for a deck that like we kind of averted disaster. I've looked down at our freaking draft here. It's like, holy shit, you know. After pack 1, it was blue card, blue-green card, blue card, blue card, red-green card. We took our first black card, pick 6. The first card that made our deck was in pick 6. So, you know, and then card we didn't play, card we didn't play, card we didn't play, card we played, 3, 4... So 5 of the cards in pack 1 made our deck, which is pretty insane. So I would say overall, I am pleased with the results. I think we did a good job pivoting, and you know, that's fine. You know, 6-3 is totally reasonable. We'll take it. So episode 3 in the books. We're in gold now, which is great. Gotta keep going on stream, but you two folks love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.